Today, I'm just going to focus on a little revelation that the Lord had given me on fasting after I had my own personal breakthrough. Um, the Lord kind of led me to fasting and interceding for others. And I had this huge revelation of how focused on myself I was at a certain point, and I realized like all my prayers were just focused on myself, and then all of a sudden the Lord got me to, first I had to pray for my enemies and people that I had hatred in my heart towards, um, from past hurts and stuff. But then, I just started praying for other people, and then the Lord led me to fast and pray for other people, and He showed me this message in Isaiah 58. And the whole theme of Isaiah 58 is the true fasting. But I'm going to focus on 5 and 6. It says, "Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Will you call this a fast, an acceptable day to the Lord? Is this not the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke of bondage." And the Lord, was just showing me, like, as I had fasted and experienced freedom from oppression for myself, so was I called to fast in the same way for others, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that I would break every yoke. The fast wasn't just about me afflicting my soul before God and spreading out sackcloth and whatever, and just making myself miserable for myself, and just to show people that I had discipline or whatever, but actually to have a purpose, actually to see someone else who had a need and to fast and pray with them. There's been so many people that I've just spoken to and said, "Hey, I'll fast with you." And even I'll share a testimony real quick. Me and my sister, my brother was struggling with alcoholism, and his marriage was on the rocks and stuff, and I called my sister and actually my mom too, and I told them, I said, "You know what? We're gonna fast every Tuesday, and I'm gonna fast every Tuesday for Caleb, and will you guys fast with me?" And he wasn't even involved, so we fasted and prayed for him. And then, which actually I had, it's a long story, but I had been led to that because of a dream I had, that I actually went into a hospital and I laid hands on one person, and they were healed, and the other person I laid hands on died, and it was my brother, and I started weeping and crying, and I was like, "No, not my brother, not my brother." So after that, I called my mom and dad, or my mom and my sister, and I talked them into fasting and praying. And then I had another dream, and after we had been doing this for months, and I had another dream, and I was at my old house, and I was running outside, and it was such a vivid dream. I could see the great storms and lightning, and it was like God's wrath was coming on the earth. And it was like I was looking for my brother, and I was trying to get him so I could go seek shelter from the storm, and I couldn't find him. So I ended up just going down and going to the basement of the house to find shelter, and he was already there. And I looked at him, I'm like, "Oh, you're already here." And the Lord showed me, like, no, he had sought shelter already from his wrath. And my brother ended up getting sober, and he's sober still now, and he's got a new job, and everything's going good with his family. So long story short, fast and pray for others. And if you can't get the person who's struggling to agree to fast with you, then fast for them. And if it's somebody that's in your family and you have other people that are members of your family that are believers, fast and intercede for that person. Or if you have friends that know a person that are, and your friends are believers and you know the same person who's in need and struggling with an addiction, then you guys can fast and pray for them. It's kind of like the paralytic man that the friends brought to Jesus and they lowered him down through the roof, and it was because of their faith that he was healed. The paralytic man, it doesn't say anything about his faith. It says that his friend's faith. So that it's called vicarious faith. So, yes, and that's what this is talking about. Amen.